Welcome to the Uriah Jokes Podcast, the only podcast in the world with exclusive story on how Uriah thought his car was stolen in Bartow, California, when it actually wasn't. Wow, what a story. I can't believe we got this exclusive. And now Uriah, living to tell the tale, is live in the studio today. So welcome the Stone Cold Fox, Uriah Wesman.
Absolutely fantastic. I am Uriah. Welcome to my podcast. It's a podcast. It's just like every other podcast, except this one has Uriah in it, and arguably in the world there is no one else like Uriah, which means there's no other podcast like this, which means it's the best podcast in the world, hands down, because we are exclusively ignored by the people at Spotify. That's right. But I can't be a stone cold silver fox, because then I won't be able to hang out with my vampire friends. And they're not vampires, they're just in the real estate business, and they're real estating the buy homes and sell them. I don't know real estate. If I know real estate, I would be a vampire myself. But there's going to be a great deal on a shack. I got a great deal on a shack in Death Valley without me having to even die in Death Valley. You heard about Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? Well, how about Fear of Dying in Death Valley? There we go. We got a sequel. We got a sequel right here for ya. You can take the death out of the valley, but you can't take the life out of the party. That's right. Uriah's new program, Uriah, the life of the party for only $49.95 will make you the life of the party. Have you stumbled inside and you're like, oh, I don't understand what is going on in this party. This party is nothing like I wanted to be. How do you get out of that? Uriah's patented way to get yourself out of any party is easy. You don't talk to anyone for the duration of the party, and then you leave and no one else will care, because everyone will be happy that you left. You're like, who was that guy acting like a garden gnome, hiding in the houseplant? Well, that was Uriah Wesman. Did he leave the party? Yes, he did. There's nothing like being able to be the person to give the gift of a party by leaving to make sure there is a party. Do you follow me? Well, you're not following me home, because are you tired of going to parties where everyone is a zombie? They're like, ooh, I'm a zombie. Oh, look at me, I'm a zombie. And then they're explaining to you the fundamentals of a racquetball tournament, and you can't stand. You're like, quit that racket, man. I'm tired of it. That message is to the people to deal with the future. That's available now because our deals are so good, they defy the realities of time. The realities of time is the reality is that I'm a stone cold fox with a stone cold great story. And that's right, Stone Cold Steve Austin. You're gonna look like a human Californian day, you crazy stone cold man. So I was coming back from Utah. That's right, I was coming back from Utah. And I stay at budget motels. Why? Because I'm a poor person. Why am I a poor person? Because I didn't graduate college. Why didn't I graduate college? Because I didn't graduate high school. Why didn't I graduate high school? Because I didn't graduate middle school. Why didn't you graduate middle school? Because I never went to elementary school. Uriah, what did you do before elementary school? I was a president of the United States. That's right. And that's where I learned that you always take advantage of the deals, because you never know when the deals are going to be over. That's right. Deals are a tricky thing, and you know what else is a tricky thing? Finding a good place to park your car, which I learned the hard way. So that's right. So, what I like to do is walk around the town to get a good idea of it. If I walked around Barstow, and there's a reason why it's called Barstow, because you need to stow yourself in a bar to come to terms with being in Barstow. That's a place where even if you didn't drink, Even if you didn't drink, you would still feel like you had a hangover because Barstow is a living, breathing hangover of a town. That's right. I'm a hangover man with a hangover expert of crime in the streets. And that crime in the streets was me thinking my car was stolen. So let's back it up 3,000 years. When cars were invented by flying saucers, and the UFOs took all that technology and stole it from us using retrograde Mercury. That's right, they're saying Mercury is in retrograde. Well, guess what? Mercury being in retrograde is the reason why you have a Toyota Prius parked in your lawn. Why is it parked in your lawn? Because it was street sweeping. And it says nothing about not being able to park my car on your lawn. That's right. So, I was saying that this Roadway Inn, which had 8 stars on Hotels.com. What's Hotels.com? It's an app. What's an app? It's a phone. What's a phone? Developed by alien technology to track us using 5G, using vaccines. It's all there. Look it up online. So, I went to go see a movie, and I get stoned before seeing a movie. Why? Because I like to live like those Hunchback of Notre Dame characters. When I get stoned, I turn into stone. And when I turn into stone, I turn into the band Supertramp. That's right. Or Electric Light Orchestra. I'm not quite sure. Both those bands are amazing. And if you don't know those bands, go fuck yourself. Yeah, moron. But hey. So, I smoked a bunch of weed, man. I smoked a bunch of weed. Actually, a little bit of a joint. I blew the joint into my lungs. That's right. Because I smoke so much weed, I kill the virus that's in my lungs. That's right. Look it up. So, I go see the movie, and I come back, and I'm like, oh, where's my car? Where's my car? Where's my car? Have you seen my car? And the funniest thing about being in like a hyper state of mind, I start talking to everybody. I'm like, hey, have you seen my car? They're like, don't talk to me. Don't even look at me. I'm a stranger to you. And you're trying to talk to me about your car being stolen as if I care. So I'm wailing around, where's my car? Where's my car? I'm like a discount Ashton Kutcher at this point. Oh, where's my car? Where's my car? And then I find out where my car is. I'm like, where is my car? My car is there. My car is there. My car is everywhere. That's right, guys. My car is everywhere. If my car is everywhere, how can I find it if I don't know where it is? If it's everywhere, but it's not there, where is it? So I rush in there. I'm like, oh, my car's gone. And then they're like, what type of car you have? And I'm like, a 2008 Toyota Prius. And then I heard laughing. And I'm like, what the hell? Why are you laughing at me? They're like, who would steal a 2008 Prius? I'm like, I don't know. Why are you laughing at me, cops? Why are you laughing at me, cops? Am I going to be on the TV show Cops? Is it still canceled? Is it still canceled? Somebody let me know if the TV show Cops is still canceled. I don't know. So then I'm like, where's my car? Where's my car? And then they're like, Uriah, do you know your license plate number? I'm like, yeah, I know my license plate number. And they're like, what is it? I'm like, I'm not giving it to you. You're some sort of phishing scheme. And they're like, what's a phishing scheme? I'm like, it's a phishing scheme where you scheme to fish and then you fish the scheme. So I'm flailing around. Where's my car? Where's my car? The cops are laughing. The hotel people are laughing. Everyone's laughing at me. They're like, this guy can't find his Prius. Oh, this guy can't find his Prius. You can't find your Prius. And then they start storming around me, holding hands, man. There was black, white, Latino, cops. Everyone was holding their hands, being like, his Prius is gone. Joy to the world. I mean, everyone. Kyle Kaepernick came in. He's like, your Prius is gone. And then he high-fived the police. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Who would have thought in this world the only thing to bring the world together was Uriah losing his Prius? That's right, guys. My Prius was gone. And then before you know it, I decided to see if I parked it in a different parking lot. And at the same exact time in my mind, I'm super stoned. I'm like, there was chips and salsa in my Prius. There was chips and salsa in my Prius, and now the criminals are gonna eat the chips and salsa in my Prius. What the hell is kind of world is this? And then also I'm like, I'm glad I didn't pay $3 for more guacamole. I don't need the guacamole. The guacamole And then I found my car. I'm like, oh, guys, I found my car. And then I've never seen a more disappointed person in my life, a disappointed crew of people. They slowly stopped singing. They stopped holding hands. The cops stormed off and said, we're going to go get some coffee and donuts and forget that this has ever happened. And I'm like, I just shattered peace on earth. And then I saw someone with an acoustic guitar, and I'm like, ha ha ha. Don't you dare play that acoustic guitar, because I tell you what, I found my Prius and you will not hear me coming. That's right, because my Prius doesn't make a lot of noise, just like when I walk down the street. I don't make a lot of noise because no one's talking to me. But why is no one talking to me? Because I'm an idiot talking to myself in a podcast studio by myself. But I will tell you what, if there is world peace on earth and a hippie brings out an acoustic guitar, I will start the next world war, and that's something you can count on.
And this has been the Uriah Jokes Podcast.
And he is vowing today that if there is ever world peace, he will start the next war by smashing the guitar. That's right, acoustic guitars are gonna breathe the birth of fascism. That's right, do not play acoustic guitars. Acoustic guitars are the gateway to fascism.